Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.
Ms. Aslanbayli, good day. Thank you for agreeing to answer to our questions. And firstly, I want to discuss about economic relationship between Azerbaijan and United States, particularly trade volume and American companies operating in Azerbaijan. What are the main areas in these relations? Yes, please.
Thank you so much. It is my pleasure to welcome you at our office at the American Chamber of Commerce in Azerbaijan. And coming to relations, economic relations between two countries, I will start from statistics. Last year, in 2023, U.S. exports to Azerbaijan 542 millions, and coming to the import, this amount dropped to 69 millions. That means that our relations are based on export-driven nature relations. But coming to direct investments from US to Azerbaijan, in 2022, the total amount of all foreign direct investments to Azerbaijan were about 748 millions. That means that this market, Azerbaijan, is pretty attractive for US companies and investors. Coming to our trade relations and main sectors, for sure, I have to underline energy sector because it's a main sector, and that's why we have so huge amount in export. But we have a lot of other sectors that US companies are exploring, for example, telecommunication, construction, infrastructure, agriculture, etc. Small business companies from US are also exploring this market, in particular in agricultural sector. But if we will consider why this market is attractive for US companies, I have to underline several factors. And one of these, for sure, is our strategic geographic location, because Azerbaijan is a gateway to Central Asia, the Caucasus, and beyond. And in terms of events that are happening, sanctions on imposed on Russian economy, and etc., this market is going to be a vital hub for many reasons, especially for trade. The second reason, but it's a crucial one, is a rich natural resources that is a draw for US companies to come here. The last but not least, for sure, is intention of the government to implement new regulations, to change the current legislation in order to create this market very attractive for US investors.
Thank you. And 10 questions that what's the current volume of United States investment in Azerbaijan economy, and what efforts are being made to increase these investments?
As I told before, for us, I mean, in terms of strengthening economic relations between countries, energy sector is a number one, is a priority. But at the same time, as there are new directions, as renewable energy, for example, that now attract a very big attention of US market and US companies. And coming to the trade volume, US companies historically started their involvement in energy sector starting from Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline, but still now US companies are very active in energy sector as well as in infrastructure because they are involving in many modernization projects, as well as new projects dedicated to renewable energy.
What perspectives American Chamber sees in the South Caucasus in terms of the middle corridor?
Middle corridor is a very essential topic for South Caucasus, for Middle Asia, for Europe, because in terms of development of the middle corridor, Azerbaijan became the bridge between Europe and Asia. And all countries that are involved should collaborate very strong between each other in order to create this middle corridor. Because when we are talking about middle corridor, it's not a matter of the trade. It's not matter that we are talking about millions of consumers. First of all, it's a very big affection to the economic growth of the South Caucasus and all countries that will be involved and engaged. I'm pretty sure that all countries are very interested in development and establishment of that middle corridor. As AMCHAM, we are also trying to promote this topic because we're members of the AMCHAM Europe. We have very strong collaboration with other AMCHAM offices from other countries, and middle corridor is also for us is one of the strategic points to discuss. So we try to do as much as we can in order to promote it and to collaborate closely with the Azerbaijan government on that topic.
Mr. Aslanbayli, final questions about AMCHAM opinions of future. And how can the whole region improve attractiveness in terms of investment? And how do you see the entire region in the future?
I suppose there are some features, some factors that we should take into consideration, not Azerbaijan, I mean the whole region. Regional stability for us is the number one.
Yeah.
And tensions between Azerbaijan and Armenia for us are important because in a peaceful way we can totally affect to the economic growth of both countries.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the South Caucasus in the whole. Coming to another feature for sure is the improvement of infrastructure that is aligned to the middle corridor as well, because as far as we will improve infrastructure, I'm talking about all countries that are engaged in that project, that means we can achieve economic opportunities for all countries that will be engaged in the middle corridor. And last but not least, maybe economic diversification. You know that the major sector for us is the oil sector.
Yeah.
But due to the roadmap of the state and taking into consideration changing nowadays everything in the world, I'm pretty sure that economic diversification of our country will positively affect to the economic growth of the country in the whole. And coming to the end, in terms of the future, you know that AMCHAM is deeply engaged in changing legislation because we have a white paper. It's a product that we're publishing thanks to our 10 industry committees. And that white paper is a set of recommendations and suggestions to the relevant state structures in Azerbaijan, where we try to change the legislation to incorporate new regulations in order to become this market more attractive for investors. I'm not talking about US investors, I'm talking about investors in general. And very positive fact is, after presentation of the white paper to the relevant state structures, we are organizing working groups together with state bodies representatives and our experts, where they are starting to discuss and brainstorm about what recommendation is very critical and how we can implement together. We're somehow ambassador of the private sector, their recommendations and their suggestions. And due to our statistics, last year white paper, 30% of recommendations were accepted by the government. For us, it's a very good sign. So we're going to continue it.
The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.